Okay, in our previous class we learned about the CSS grid, right? So as in Flux we can arrange the layout, we can manage the layout in one direction only, like in either in row direction or in a column direction we can do the arrangement. But when we use the CSS grid, when we use the display as grid, we can use both dimensions, like we can use we can arrange the items in rows and in columns. In both direction we can arrange it. So for that purpose we use this CSS grid. It is more better than like Flex. Okay, when we have to create a complex layout where you have to give the like header and some main content and then some sidebar. Okay, in that scenario we use this CSS grid. Suppose if you just have to create a simple layout, like you just have to arrange this kind of items in a single direction, that is it is in row direction, right? It is in horizontal direction only. So in that scenario we can normally you can use Flex. But in some cases you want to arrange arrange the things in both directions, in horizontal and in vertical, both directions. So in that case we use this CSS grid. Okay, in our previous class only we learn about this display grid, like to give the items in both direction. To use it we just have to use this display grid, and then using this grid template columns you can define how many columns you want. Okay, suppose like you want 5 columns, you just have to give the width of each column, you can define it here. And for rows you can use this grid template rows. And in Flex also we learn about this gap property. We are giving this 10 pixel gap to rows and column both. I will show you this once again. Okay, I'm removing this complete code. See, here I just take some div. This is my parent container. Inside it I am taking 3 boxes. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So now I am using this display grid. Using style here. Okay, just I take this display grid, and here I am giving this grid template columns. Means we are creating 3 columns of width 100 pixel. You can increase or decrease the width size based on your choice. And then I am creating the how many rows I want. Okay, I want 2 rows. So I am giving some like gap between each row. Then I am giving some background color to this each box. Okay, this template grid template rows will not work. Why? Because here we just have 3 boxes. So just I am increasing this. So then only it will goes to the next line. Let me show you the output. Okay, so see, it is creating 3 rows, 3 columns, right? This is your column 1, column 2 and column 3, and this is your row 1 and this is your row 2, and it is taking some gap. It is taking 10 pixel gap. And in our previous class we learn about we can give some gap like a gap between based on the columns or row and rows. Also you can define some gap like this row gap and column gap. Let me show you this one also. Instead of directly giving gap like this, we can use row gap and column gap. See, it is taking gap between rows only. This is your first row, this is second row. So it is taking gap between rows only. Why we give here is row gap. If you use column gap, it will take the columns gap. Okay. So then we learn about this FR unit. Why we use this FR unit instead of giving this like pixels. In pixels we can use FR as also. What FR will do? It will divide your whole complete screens in fractions. You can divide the complete whole screens in fractions. Suppose so I am using like this 1fr, 2fr, suppose 1fr. So what it will do, it will take the one part, it will take the twice. Whatever it is taking, it will take the double of it. Okay, let me show you this. Okay, as you can see it clearly, this is your first part. It is taking double. Why? We give it here as 2fr. So that's why it is taking double. Okay. Then we learn about repeat also. Right. In like in rows also you can use this fr. But you must have to give some width, like height you must have to give it. Then only you can use this fr. So first of all I am giving some height here. 100 VH. Okay. So instead of directly giving like in pixels, I am giving 1fr, 2fr. Okay. See, it is taking one part, it is taking double. Okay, you must have to like remember to give this height, or else it will not work. If you don't give this height, this 1fr, 2fr will not work. See, previously in our last class we missed to give this height. That's why this fr is not working in a height in rows. See, it is not working properly. Why it is not working? Because I didn't give this height. So just make sure to give some height, then it will work properly. Okay. Then we learn about this like repeat, right? Instead of giving multiple times, you can directly use this repeat. How many times you want to repeat it? 4 times. And how much size you want to give. You can define it here. So you can do it like this. Repeat 3, 1fr. Okay. These things are we already covered in our last class, right? Then we learn about this span, right? To combining the columns and rows. For that purpose, we use this span. For that purpose, we just have to use this grid row property or grid column property. Using this, you can combine any kind of columns or cells. Okay, let me show you. Suppose if I want to combine these two, we can better take this example from here. Okay, I'm just taking the example from here. Okay, just see this what I am doing here is just normally how we give the display grid in our parent container, same thing we are doing. Then I am using this grid template columns, repeat 3 and 1fr. Just observe this inside this particular box. This is your box one, right? I want to combine this. I want to merge it. So here in this box one, I am using grid column 2. Let me remove this. Without it, how it is looking, just observe it. This one not working properly.
I think today only we are studying this, ma'am, combining rows. I think up to last class it was FR,
Okay.
columns,
Okay.
flexible.
So I will tell you in depth now. Okay. So now we are going to learn this span, right? Using it, we can merge the columns and rows. Okay. Previously, how it is there is I'm just removing this. Okay. See. Okay, now suppose if you want to merge this first column, if you want to take this first column at the place of second also, you want to combine it. How we are combining the cells in our table, like in HTML we learn about how we can merge the cells in row direction and in column directions, right? So similarly, you can do the same thing in this grid also. You just have to use this grid row, grid column property. So suppose I'm targeting this one, box 1. Okay, and I'm just giving the class name here, that is box 1. Okay, now here in this I'm targeting this box 1, giving some background color. Here it is already there, but I'm changing a little bit, giving something else. Okay, just observe it. Okay, now I want to combine this, I want to merge it. For that purpose I am using grid column. Okay, now I am giving span 2. See, it is taking 2 columns width. Why it is taking 2 columns width? Because here I give grid column span 2, means it is merging 2 columns. Suppose if I give span 3, it will merge 3 columns width. Normally you can create a header like this. Using this you create one kind of header. So suppose this is your side section. Now in the main section contains the complete width. So in this 3 I am merging it. Okay, I want to merge it. So here also in 3, that is your 3, this one. Here I am giving box 3. Okay, this box 3 is your main section, right? Normally main section will look like this. So I am giving box 3. Here I am giving some background color, different background color, aquamarine. Just observe it. See, now I want to merge this. I want this 3 will take the column till here. So for that purpose I am using span grid column span 2. Okay, just give some gap, right? Okay, suppose you want to merge this one. This is your side section. So I want to merge this like this. So this second box contains 2 rows. This one and this one. I want it like this. For that purpose, you will do it like this. Grid row span 2. So first of all, I am targeting this one, box 2, using its class name dot box 2. Okay, I am giving some background color, taking blue. Let's see this one. This is your side section. Normally side section look like this. So now I want this to take this row and this row also. This is your row, right? So I want to take this and this. So for that purpose I am using grid row. See it here, grid row. So here I am giving span 2. Okay, see, it is taking 2 rows, right? You can clearly observe it from here. It is taking 2 rows. This is your first row and this is your second row. Normally this section is okay, this third one is your footer, right? Normally in any website this one looks like your header. This is your main section. In this main section you have some cards and last one is your footer. So now I'm targeting this third one to make this as footer. Using this box 3. Normally a footer is merged till here, right? Combined till here. So for that purpose I am merging it. Okay, here it is already box 3, so I am giving box 4 here. Box 4, giving some different background color. Suppose black color I am giving. Let's see this one. Okay, now I want to give the width till here. So for that purpose I just have to use grid column span 3, right? Let me show you. Grid column span 3. See, okay. So this is the way using it you can create any kind of websites layout. See, you can give all the content which we whatever we give in our header section. Here you can give it inside this div. You can give whatever the section normally a website contains in sidebar. You can give it here. This is your main section. This is your cards, or else you can remove this also. This is your footer section. So making a proper layout of your website becomes more easy when you use grid. Okay, anyone having any doubt in this span? Anyone wants to ask me anything? Okay, what about others? Okay, okay, guys. I will give you one assignment. Okay, like how using this grid and flex, you have to create a layout of any web application. I will give you one assignment so that you will do some more practice on it. So using this span, you can merge the columns and cells, and you can create the layout more easily. You can create the same layout using flex also. You can create the same layout like this using flex also. But it is little complex. It is more difficult when you use flex. But it becomes more easy when you use grid. Okay. So we can use naming this grid areas also to create the layout. This one is also one way. Instead of using this span, you can use this naming layout also. Grid areas also you can use. Okay, I will tell you this one. First of all, I'm just copying these diffs. It's up to you. You can use span or you can use this grid area. Grid area is like more easy. So in grid area, what we do is, see, uh, this is just our diffs, right? In this diff I just give that this is our parent diff. Inside this I am giving the class name as container. This is my header section, this is my sidebar, this is my main, and this is my footer. Okay, I just give the class names here. Okay, now in this styling part I am giving style. Okay, let's see this one. This is my parent, right? Parent class, I am targeting this parent class, giving display grid. Now just see this. I am using grid template area, grid template areas property. So here, first of all, see this one. This sections, this diffs, this area, like this children I am targeting. First of all, I am targeting this header. You just have to give some name to particular section. This is your header section, right? So using this grid area, I am giving some name to it. I am using this grid area property. I will type it once again. Grid area. Here you will get it. Grid area, and you can give some particular name to this section. Okay, this is not like a class name. This is a name you are giving to use it to create a layout. Okay, same way I am targeting this sidebar using the same property grid area, giving some name sidebar, giving some background color. Okay, same way just you are just giving some name to this particular section. You just have to use grid area. Okay, this is my main section. So any name you can do it, give it. Okay, it's up to you whatever the name you want to do, you want to give. So now using this in your parent class, you just have to use this in parent class. How we are using it? You just have to give this property name, that is grid template areas. This one. Okay. So how many times you want to, how many columns you want to combine it? Just you have to give it double time. Suppose normally a header contains two, like complete width. So that's why we are giving header two times. Sidebar contains one part only. So that's why we are giving sidebar one. I will show you the output. You will understand it more clearly. Okay, here we didn't give the width, so that's why it is not working. So I'll just make sure to give some height. Sorry. Okay, I am giving height as 100 VH. Now let's see this one. Okay, let me give the width to this header as well. I'm giving some height here. Suppose you can give any height. I'm giving 200 pixels. And to footer also I'm giving some height. Okay, it is taking a little much more. I'm removing. I'm just giving 100 pixels. Okay. So see, this is a one kind of way to create a layout. What we are using here is we are using grid template like this one, grid template area. So how many times you want to repeat the header, you are giving the names. Like suppose if I am removing this one, I am just giving header only one time. Okay, see it is not working properly. Done. Suppose instead of giving header one time, I am giving footer here. Still not working. Let me remove this. It's working fine. Okay, yeah. Okay. So see, in here in this footer, I give main here. Instead of giving a footer two times, I used to give one footer and one main. So see, what it is doing is, it is taking one footer and in this place, it is combining this main. Why it is combining like this? Because here I give main here. Okay, just here what we are doing, we are giving the proper structure of your website's layout. If you want the header two times, you just have to give header. Okay, suppose if you don't want the header completely, you can give it main here. So main will goes up. See how it is going like this. Okay, so this is the one more way using it you can create layout of your web application. Either you can use this grid area template areas, this one, or you can use this span. Any doubt in this? Grid areas?
No.
Any doubt anyone? What about others? Okay.
If we use grid template areas, then we don't need to use
Use
grid column or grid row, isn't it?
yes. See, the work we are doing using the grid column and grid row, the same thing we can do using this grid template areas also. Okay, it's up to you which one you feel more comfortable, you can use it. But in grid, we have two ways to create the layout of your web application. You can use grid row or grid column by using span 2, span 3 like this, or you can use this grid areas also. Okay, for this grid areas, you just have to give some name. Grid area name you have to give it like this, and inside this container, your parent container, using this grid template areas property, you can define the complete structure like this. Okay. Okay. Now let's see how can we make the cards responsive using this grid autofit and min-max. I will tell you. First, I will show you the output. First of all, I am removing all this complete code. Here I am giving one div. Okay. So inside I am using style here. Inside this style I am giving this dot container. I am targeting this div. Giving class name here as container. Okay. I am targeting this class and giving display grid. Okay, inside it I am giving grid template columns. We already learned about this. We use this grid template columns to create the number of columns. But the different thing we are doing here is we already learned about this repeat also. But we are using auto fit min max. Now let's see what is auto fit and min max. First of all, I am creating some columns here. Like some, I will take it from here. Better. I am taking these boxes from here. Okay. So now I am targeting this box class name and giving some background color. So I am giving some gap it is already there. Let's see this one. Okay, now suppose if I am creating some more columns like some more boxes I am giving. It is only 3 boxes is there. I am adding some more boxes. Okay, it is goes in next line. How it is going? Let's understand it. See, I didn't define any kind of how many columns I want. See, I just give 200 pixel 1 FR. I didn't define how many columns I want. Instead of it, I give what? Autofit. Normally in repeat, how we do? In repeat, like this we give, right? Repeat, number of columns you want. Suppose 3 columns I want. Here we give the width of it. But in this case, instead of giving the number of columns, I just give autofit. What autofit will do is, it will take the columns as per their choice. Okay, it will automatically takes the column or as per this choice, like its own. But what it will do, the minimum size of each container, each box, minimum size will be 200 pixels and the maximum size will be 1 FR. Okay, so let's see this one. So that's why this is your 200 pixel. Okay, that's why it is going in next line. I will show you in a better way. And first of all, I am removing this 3. See, this is your 1 FR, 1 FR, 1 FR. Means this one is working fine. This 1 FR is working fine. See, but when your screen size is getting reduced, see, when when this card is open in your mobile phone, I am reducing this sizes. Just observe it. Just observe it. I am reducing this size. See, I am reducing. See, see, when it reaches the 200 pixel, it comes in next line. So I will show you. Its size is not showing displaying. Okay, now size is properly not displaying. Okay, you can observe it from here also. See, this is your normal 1 FR, 1 FR, 1 FR. When we are reducing the screen size more, see, just see it. When it reaches the 200 pixel, when it coming to 200 pixel, the box will goes in next line. See, it is going in next line. When again I am reducing it, see, it is going in next line. Like this, it is working. You will understand it more clearly when we can see the size. Okay, from here it is showing. See, okay, now it is visible. Sizes is not working properly. Okay. Okay. I think due to some issue, it is not showing the size, actual size of this box. When you hover, when you click on this cursor and hover here, like this, over here, it will show you the size, like whatever the width and height of this box, it will show you, so that you can understand it more clearly. But what I am trying to explain you here is normally this box size, this each box size is of 1 fr, right? You can see it clearly from here. This is taking 1 fr equal, right? But when I am reducing this screen size, see, it is also getting reduced, but I am giving the minimum size is of 200 pixel only. Minimum size means below it can't go, like it can't go below 200 pixel. So that's why it is coming in next line. See, this is your above 200 pixel only, that's why it stay in one line only. When I am reducing little bit more, see, when it reaches the 200 pixel, then only it goes to the next line. Getting my point? Any doubt? Should
No.
I explain it once again? Any doubt? Okay, just try to understand it. The minimum size what I am giving here is, the minimum size is 200 pixel. So when I am trying to reduce this screen, this box size is also getting reduced. So when it reaches the 200 pixel, it goes in next line. Okay, it automatically goes in next line. Instead of going lesser than 200 pixel, it is directly going into next line. Okay, see, like this. So this is how you can make a responsive web application. Like in web application, based on the screen sizes, your cards will move to the next line. Right? It is also moving like this. See. Okay. So this is the like good feature to create a responsive web application. Like in normally e-commerce, any kind of web application contains lot of cards. So you can make it responsive using this property, using this one. Repeat, we already use this, we just use autofit. Instead of giving how many columns you want, we are giving autofit. What autofit will do, it will take the columns as per their own choice, but it will make sure the size of the screen will not go below 200 pixel. You can give some any other number as per your choice. Suppose if I am giving 100 pixel, this is it. This is your 100 pixel now. When I am reducing it, see, I am reducing, this is your 200, nearly 200 pixel, right? Still it is not going in next line. See, okay, now it is coming to the 100 pixel. See, okay, now it is going in next line. Why? Because it can't go below 100 pixels, so that's why it is going in next line. Hope you guys understand it. If you guys having any doubt, just feel free to ask me. Any doubt?
No.
Okay. When you do a little bit of practice, you understand it more clearly. I will give you one assignment. So now comes to our new topic, that is position properties. Till here our grid topic is completed. In grid we learn about how to create columns, how to create rows, how to use this FR unit, right? And how to give gaps, how to repeat columns. Instead of giving multiple times, you can give a repeat also, and how to merge columns and rows. Then we learn about this grid areas, and after it we learn about how to create the any box responsive. Based on the screen size, it automatically goes in next line. How to make it responsive. We learn all these things in our grid topic. So till here our grid topic is completed. Now we are going to learn about the position properties. Okay. What is position property is you can manage how to change, like you can change the position of any particular container, any particular item also you can do. Except particularly I want to change the position of this button. Okay, just I want to target this one only, not like a with flex. I'm not talking about the flex or grid. Just I want to target this particular button. I want to change the position from here to here. Okay, like from here to like little bit here. So in that scenario, we can use this position properties. Okay, and you can take the one more better example also. Like suppose when I'm scrolling, see this complete content is getting scrolled, but this header section is not getting scrolled, right? In many web application, you guys saw it like this. Header section is fixed. It is not moving. Okay, I will tell you with one more example. See, I'm going to our website, Codes Academy. See, when I'm scrolling, this header part, just observe this header part, it is stick. It is not moving with my scroll. Okay, we can do this kind of things, and you can observe this WhatsApp icon also. When I'm scrolling, this is also not changing its position, right? We can do this kind of things using this position property. Okay, why we use position property? Using this position property, you can change the position of any item, any element little bit, like as per your choice you can change its position, or you can make any element at fixed position. You can make any element fixed. Okay, like this WhatsApp button is fixed, so you can make it as a fixed, and this header section is also fixed, and in some cases sidebar section is also fixed. When you scroll the main content, your sidebar is not moving, right? How they do these things? They use this position properties for it. Okay, why we use this position property? To move the element, to change the position of any element, or to keep particular element fixed. Okay, in position properties we have four values. First one is static, second one is relative, third one is like five properties we have, third one is absolute, and the fourth one is fixed, and fifth one is sticky. Okay, we will learn each and everything. So static is your by default. Every element by default is static. Okay, every element by default it is static. See, it is not moving, it is at its original position. Okay, so that's why we are calling this is static. This is your by default. If you don't give anything, like it will consider as static only. Now comes to relative. When you use relative, absolute, fixed or sticky, you can use top, left, right, bottom. Like you can give direction instructions like this. Move this button from top 100 pixel and from left 50 pixel, like this kind of instruction you can give. So when you use this relative, absolute, fixed, sticky, these properties, these four properties, in that scenario you can use this top, left, right, bottom also. Okay, and we will learn about this z index also. Using in z index also you can use it. So now let's see relative first. What relative will do is, it is position relative to its normal position. Okay, I will tell you with example, you can understand it more clearly. This is our example. Removing this complete code. See, what I am doing here is taking three boxes. Okay, box 1, box 2, box 3. Okay, this is your box. Now what I am doing here is I am targeting this box, this normal box. Okay, this is your normal box. This one is special. I am giving something special in this. So first of all I am targeting this normal box. Okay, I am targeting this normal box. I am giving some margin. We learn about this margin. What is margin? Margin is the space which comes outer part. Okay, and giving some width and height, and giving some background color. Now let's see this. First of all, I am removing this box 1. Okay, so this aqua color will be applied to all these three boxes. Let's see this one. Right. So now what I am doing here is, now I am targeting this box 1. I am targeting this box 1. I am giving position relative. I am giving position relative, and I am moving this box, this particular second box. I am moving from top 20 pixel and from left 300 pixel. Let's see this one. See, it is moving from top. It is what, 20 pixel, and from left 300 pixel. How it is taking the from top 20 pixel? It is taking the top from its own position, not from the like top of your viewport. From its own self, it is moving 20 pixel. I will show you more clearly. Now, instead of giving 300 pixel, I am giving 30 pixel only. See, from its own position, it is moving 20 pixel from top, not from the viewport. It is changing its position from its own self. Okay, from its own self, it is moving 30 pixel from left. Okay, using it, you can give the position. Suppose from top, I am giving suppose 200. Right? It is moving from top, it is moving 200 pixel. Just observe it, it is not moving 200 pixel from the top. It is moving from its own self. Right? You can observe it more clearly from here. This is the 20 pixel. From its own self, it is moving 20 pixel from top, not from the viewport. So this is the basic thing about the relative. Okay, the first thing is it is moving from its own self, not from the viewport. From its original position, it is moving. And the second thing is it is the space is getting occupied. Right? When I move this, suppose when I move this, see, this empty space is occupied. This box is, and this box is not coming here. Why it is not coming here? Because this position, this space is occupied, reserved. Not any other element will comes here. So that just remember the two things in relative. The first thing is moves relative to its original location. Okay, as I told you, it will not move like as per the viewport. It will move only to its original location. And the second thing is spaces will be preserved. When you move this element, this space will be preserved. Not any other element can take over this empty space. Any doubt in this relative? What about others? Okay. Okay, guys. So similarly, we have absolute also. Okay. In absolute, the first thing is space is not preserved. Space is not preserved. In absolute, space is not preserved. And the second thing is it will be positioned. Means in our relative, it will be moved from its original location, right? But in the case of this absolute, it will be dependent on its and like parent class. Okay, I will show you the example, you understand it more clearly. Okay, see this one, first of all I am removing this parent class. Okay, I just give one div inside this and give the class name super, and here is it is my child. In this I just give the some text. So now I am targeting this child. Okay, now here I am giving position absolute. Let me show you how, without absolute, how it is looking. See, it is taking complete width as per its parent. Okay, normally how it will look. This is your parent class, this is super class, and this is your child class. This is taking the complete width. Okay, so now when I give this position absolute, I am giving this, and I am moving from top 10 pixel and from right 10 pixel. It will be moved from 10 pixel based on its parent. See, from parent it is moving 10 pixel, and from parent only it is moving 10 pixel from right. Suppose in parent I am giving some margin. Margin left, okay, margin, I am giving 0 auto. Okay, just remember when you use this 0 and auto, that particular element will comes in the center of your screen. Okay, just remember this. When you use this margin 0 auto, it will keep this particular element at the center of your screen. So here I give 0 and auto. So your parent class comes here. So when I move this, see, when I move this child from right direction, let's see, 100 pixel. See, okay, it is moving from right direction. See here, this is your right direction. Okay, 100 pixel, it is moving. It is not moving based on its own self, or either not from the viewport. It is moving based on its parent class only. Okay, suppose instead of right I am giving left now. Okay, we have to give, okay, left is already there. From top I am giving 100 pixel. Now let's see this one. Okay, from top it is moving 100 pixel. Okay, let me show you. First of all, I have to give some like width and height. Width I am giving 200 pixel, and height I am giving 50 pixel. Okay. Okay, let me take one more like to show you it will not take the space preserved. For that purpose, I am taking one more div here. So instead of giving the only child, I am giving child 1, and here, okay, better, I am giving child 1 here. Giving child, and removing this position absolute from here. Okay, just see this one. Let me give some gap between each. So for that purpose, I am using some margin. Okay, it's not like I am removing this child. Uh, the second one we should move, right? This is your second one, and the third one is moving. Child, it is correct. Okay, from left we give it like this. So, and from left I am moving it like 300 pixel. Okay, see, it is moving 300 pixel, and this spaces is not getting occupied, right? The second one is moved here. I will show you. Instead of giving the 300 pixel, I am just giving, or suppose 30 pixel. Okay, see, spaces is not getting occupied. When I move it, other element, it is taking the space, empty space. Okay, third one is moving only. I think this is the third one only. Instead of giving here, I am giving here. Okay, and now I'm moving the third one. Okay, the purpose of using this absolute is, first thing is it is moving based on its parent class, right? And the second thing is spaces is not reserved. Okay, we will see the more better example of this absolute in our next class. So we will move to the fixed and sticky. We will see this absolute more better. Like in this example, we are not able to clearly understand the absolute. See, this one is moving instead of this one. It is not working properly. We will see this example once again in our next class. So for till now, just see this fixed. What fixed will do, as I told you, you can keep any particular element at its fixed position. When you scroll something, that particular thing will not be scrolled. So let me show you. No need to be worried if you guys having any doubt in absolute. We will see the more clear example in our next class. So let me show you give the code here. See what I did here is in this body I just use this button. In this button I give the class name as center button, giving some text. Okay, now I am targeting. First of all, I am giving some height to this body. Why I am giving some height to this body? Because I want to scroll it. Okay, without giving any height, I can't scroll it, right? So let me remove this. I will tell you. See, I am not able to do the scroll. Why? Because the height is normal. It is taking the height as per its viewport. So that's why I am giving the 500 VH to get a scroll bar. To get a scroll bar, that's why I give the huge height. Suppose I am giving a 600 VH also. So see, now I am getting one scroll bar because height is more. Now let's see, in this button what I am doing. I am giving position fixed. Okay, in this button I am giving the position fixed, and from top I am moving 50% and from left I am moving it to 50%. That's why it is at center. Suppose instead of giving 50% I am giving 40%, and from left I am giving 30%. See, suppose if you don't give a, like you can give 0 0 also. See, normally how the element will keep, it is looking like the same. So now see, when I am scrolling, this content, this screen is going, but this button is fixed. This is not moving. Let me give some text here so that you understand it. I am giving some text here, lorem, giving 20. See, this is your text. Let me add some more text. See, when I am scrolling, this content it is getting scrolled, but this button is at fixed position. Right, this is not getting scrolled. Why? Because I give fixed here. Why? Because see, I give fixed here. In this button I give position fixed, and you can change the position of this button also. Like in this like in that particular website also I show you this Code C Academy, how they move this button's position. They just use top, left, bottom, this properties. So you can use it like this. I am moving from top, I want to move it 90%, and from left side I want to move it 90%. Now let's see. See, okay, it is at the position of 90. See, when I am scrolling, this button is not getting scrolled, but the content is getting scrolled. Any doubt in this fixed property? Okay, what about others? Any
But
doubt?
we are only writing as a center button, but it is not the actual button itself.
This is our button. See, here we use the tag name as button only, right? button tag name. My tag name is button. Okay, we are just giving some text here, so you can give like this, anything, call me, like this. Okay, like this. You can give some width and height also to this button. Like when I am hovering on it, it is this is showing at a like a pointer only. I want to move, make it as a cursor pointer. This is just like a cursor only. You can change it to cursor also. Pointer cursor property is there, I think. See this one, cursor pointer. When I hover on it, see it is looking like a cursor. So you can, using this property cursor pointer, you can change the view of your cursor. Okay. So in our today's class, we learn, first of all, we completely covered the grid, all the properties, all the things we have in our grid. Then after completing the grid topic, we move to this position properties. In position properties, we learn about static. Static is nothing but it is a default value. We can't use this top, left, right, bottom, all these things in static. Right? Then we learn about this relative. What is relative? Relative is, it will do the position based on its own self, and the spaces is occupied, right? And we will learn about absolute in our next class again. Then we learn about this fixed. Using this fixed, you can make any particular element at their own fixed position. Okay, so in our next class we will learn about this absolute and sticky. After this we will go to, okay, after it we will learn about the all transformation, animation, all these things. These are the interesting things. We will cover all these things in our next class. Okay, guys. Any doubt? Want to ask me anything?
No, no.
Okay.
No, tomorrow do we have class? No, tomorrow is only Diwali. Bangalore.
Tomorrow is what?
Diwali in Bangalore.
Diwali in Bangalore. Okay. Okay, we will see what we can do.
Okay.
Okay. Fine, guys. I am going to end our today's session. Thank you.